This is JMR Geography for Lesson 22/23, Miracle Worker. And the geography that we had today, or this week, would really be from Matthew 4:24 through 25, as Matthew describes the regions that are affected as the message goes out through all Assyria. And then he breaks that down and talks about from Galilee, the large crowds followed him from Galilee, the Decapolis, Jerusalem, and Judea, and from beyond the Jordan. We're going to do a little bit of work with Regional Study Map 1, the Middle East, and then a little bit with Regional Study Map 2, the land between. So I was fascinated with the term, as Matthew used it, all Syria, because there is a term that we find in Greco-Roman authors, Cele Syria, and we also find it in apocryphal books like First Esdras and First and Second Maccabees. And so could it be that Matthew was playing off that term in some way? So I worked with the region of Syria. What was Syria? What was Roman Syria? And so I start you trying to identify that with the Euphrates River here. As you move up the Euphrates north of Carchemish, you're going to come to where the river turns sharply to the west. And the Roman Syria would start here and come on down on the west, staying on the west side of the Euphrates, down just touching a little bit of Cilicia, and then moving all the way down as far as, if we were to draw a line, let's say across where Damascus is, that would have been the first territory of Roman, the first province of Roman Syria as established by the General Pompey. It will continue to expand slowly after Herod's death, moving down until we might stop it actually at Wadi El Arish. So I have you mark out some of this. You're reading a discussion, and I hope that you'll stick with the discussion. It may be a little bit of a bore, but try to read through it and follow on your map. And then when you're done with Regional Study Map 1, we're going to go on to Regional Study Map 2. And on Regional Study Map 2, I'm also having you highlight some terms. I see I didn't get mine highlighted. It's going to have you highlight Bekaa Valley, Lebanon, Anto-Lebanon Range, and some other terms that some of you already highlighted, but others have not yet done. We're also going to be placing a blue line underneath Damascus, where we already have a red line, but this represents Decapolis cities. So underneath Damascus, the ones that we have on this map, Dium, Gadara, Hippus, have to write in Scythopolis, underline that, and then Pella, Gerasa, and Philadelphia. We wrote Decapolis in a little bit of an arc in the empty space between Pella and Gadara. So these Decapolis cities were sitting on strategic trade routes, running from, let's say, the desert, as caravans would come in from the desert and then be trying to make their way across the north to the ports that we have in Phoenicia. So that's the work we do, and if you persist through that, I compliment you.